Agents, you're not failing because you're not talented enough. It's because you don't have somebody in your corner who's actually letting you know what's important in this business and the things that you need to be doing from a day to day basis to be successful. In this video, I'm going to cover the 5 mistakes I'm seeing agents make and the actions you can take to make sure that you're avoiding those same mistakes. My name is Braden Friedel. I'm the Director of Growth here at the Baird Group with LPT Realty. And today I'm going to dive in and let you know what you need to be doing from day-to-day basis to be successful and the mistakes that I'm seeing agents make so that you can avoid them and actually start building business and closing transactions. So let's get into it. The first mistake I'm seeing agents make is they're waiting till they're ready. They're waiting until everything is perfect. They have the scripts down, they have all the systems set up there, their logo, website, everything is perfect. You need to just start taking action right away. All of those things will fall into place. But let's be honest, if nobody knows who you are, nobody knows that you exist, why are they going to see your website? Why are they going to look at your logo? You need to pick up the phone and start having meaningful conversations with people, whether it's your sphere, people that you know, or if it's leads that you're working with the team. Pick up the phone and start having conversations. That is what is going to actually build business and start building momentum towards getting deals under contract and closed. So don't wait until everything is picture perfect. Just start putting action into place. The second thing I'm seeing is they're just not following up. Now, follow up is one of the most crucial things you can do within this industry. So many agents out there, they treat this job part-time or as if it's a hobby. The most important thing is to follow up and be the agent that they need you to be. If they have a question, make sure you're following up, answering those questions, returning phone calls, returning texts, whatever that looks like. So the most important thing that you need to do is actually time block for follow up every single day. Put it in your calendar maybe once, twice, even 3 times a day so that from noon to 1, I'm sitting down at my computer. I'm following up with everything that happened over the morning. I'm following up with people who told me that they needed followed up with the very next day and actually reaching out to people. There's so many agents in this business that if you don't follow up, if you don't answer questions, guess what? They're going to go to another agent who will answer those questions for them. The third mistake I'm seeing is agents are just chasing every single lead source that exists. Now, leads are great. There are so many different sources out there. But when you're brand new into this business, you need to focus on what works best for you. You can go down the rabbit hole and dive into all these different things. And, maybe you're working on a team where you have different leads are provided, and that's great. But when you're getting into this business, you should really focus on your sphere and focus on maybe one other lead source. Your sphere are people who know you, that they know who you are as a person, and they want to work with you. They're for lack of better terms, just the lowest hanging fruit within your business. Those are the people that you need to be reaching out to. Now, if you're not doing that and you're too busy, chasing Zillow, Realtor, all these different lead sources that exist, you're going to A, spend a lot of money on these lead sources. B, you're not going to actually understand what lead source works best if you're just trying to throw everything at them and seeing what gives you the best return. And C, you probably don't have a strategy in place to work leads as they come in. There's processes and things that need to happen when a lead comes in to actually convert leads at a high level. So when you're first getting into this business, if you're just going, hey, I have a bunch of money laying around, or I have a little bit of money laying around, I would like to invest into leads, let me go ahead and do that. You need to make sure you have things put into place before you can just start, taking these leads as they come in, making sure you have the systems, tools, resources, scripts, everything, follow-up plans, as I just talked about, in place to convert leads at a high level. Because again, if you have these opportunities coming in, you have opportunities coming, it's important to capitalize on them if you're spending the money on them. So when you're getting into this business, or maybe you have some momentum, you've closed a few transactions and now you're thinking about working leads, where did your past deals just come from? I would double down on those before trying to throw money at the wall and seeing what sticks and works best for you. Now, the fourth thing I'm seeing is a lot of agents just treat real estate like a hobby. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, I've talked about how a lot of agents watch reality TV, right? You watch Selling Sunset, you watch Million Dollar Listing. Those shows are great. Nothing against those agents who are on there. But that is not an actual representation of how real estate operates. There is so much that goes into the back end to be a successful agent. So understanding that this isn't a hobby, and the agents who are in the top 1%, the agents who are on those TV shows, more than likely, I'll use Ryan Serhant as an example. he is somebody who had years and years and years of experience in selling and getting to a high level before he ever got an opportunity to be on TV. So you have to understand there's so much work that goes into the front end of being successful that it doesn't just happen overnight. So agents who are actively selling and doing a high volume and making a ton of money in this business, people who like Janelle, who was on my channel, Katrina, those people who are doing a ton of transactions, they understand that real estate is not a hobby, it's not a part-time job. To truly be successful in this business, it needs to be a career for you. So don't treat it like a hobby, treat it like a career. Show up for your job. Make sure you're actually having a schedule put in place, right? Janelle, she talks about if you were to work 9 to 5 for an employer, from 9 to 5, you are expected to be working. So, how can you build a schedule that works best for your business and gives you the biggest bang for your buck when you're investing into yourself? Now, the last thing that I'm seeing is probably the biggest thing that I'm a believer in, and that is investing in coaching. Now, new agents, when they get into the business, they might not have money to invest into themselves or into different tools, resources, but investing into coaching is going to be the most valuable thing that you can do as an agent, especially working with, coaches, groups of coaches that are at different levels, because what they're going to do is highlight what you need to be doing based on where you're at in your business, but also they can share their trials and tribulations with you. They can tell you what not to do because guess what? They've already been in your shoes and they got it to that next level or they got to 10 levels ahead, right? So understanding where a coach is coming from and how they can actually help your business, that's going to be more valuable than throwing money at random lead sources, throwing money at things that really don't matter, running social media ads, right? They're going to actually give you a blueprint to become successful. And all you need to do is follow that blueprint and do the tasks that they're doing. Those are the 5 things I'm really seeing agents struggle with. Let me know what you're struggling with if you're newer in this business, or maybe you've been in the business a while and things just aren't going well for you. Let me know what that is. And I would love to have Michael come back on and we're going to do a deep dive into some of those things. So thank you for watching. Reach out with those questions and let me know again what you guys are struggling with. Like, subscribe. If this was a helpful video for you, go ahead and share that with somebody out there. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next